Hey, trucked up guys and gals, spring has sprung, summer is around the corner. I love springtime, but you know what I don't love? This. Will you just stop it for crying out loud? But one company has found a perfect solution to all this summer mayhem, and he's done it by getting totally trucked up. Hey, so if you love this content and you'd like to get a jump start on all the videos I put out, consider joining my Patreon membership under Flat Tire and Coffee Fund down below, as these people right here have done, and all my other supporters through the super thanks button and buying my trucked up attire. All of these things are really helping the channel, but if you'd like to get an early jump on all of the content, do join Patreon. There's also going to be exclusive content coming down the road, as well as all kinds of polling and requests for what kind of content my Patreon members would like to see in future videos. So if you'd like to participate in that, please support the channel by doing so. Thanks so much. Before we confuse the hell out of everybody, who the heck are you, Sheldon?
My name is Sheldon Ridout. I own and operate a company called The Silent Gardener. We take care of large commercial sites, school boards, large strata, parks. We have been in business for about 25 years. We've never used gas-powered equipment except for our trucks.
When did that change?
So it started to change about around 10 years ago. We found 2 electric vans. They were 2012 Azure Ford Transit Connects. They actually bought blank transits. It was a partnership with Ford. So they made 500 of them out actually here at UBC. They got shipped down to California, municipalities, some are in Europe, and then I stumbled across 2 on the Sunshine Coast. Then about 2023, I bought a Ford Transit Connect full-size van, electric, and since then we now have 4 other Ford Lightnings.
Full fleet.
Full fleet.
When I first saw what you were up to, I was like, oh, I gotta freaking tell this story. And I actually did meet you. I don't know if you know this, but I was at Fully Charged event in 2023, and I think you had a booth out in the main area. Yeah. And I chatted with you briefly about what you were doing, and I was enamored by what you were doing. You know, it hadn't really taken off with how much you can actually do with EV trucks. So I'm gonna ask you a question. What brought this on? Like, what made you think 25 years ago, you're already doing this, you got a horticultural background, this is something that you're great at, you're passionate about, but what started to bring it out? I hear you're like called the blower king or the blower guy, or what's that all about?
When we first started out, I started the company in, not protest, but instead of using gas-powered equipment. So I started off as a standard gardener,
right? Using
shears. I got exhaust poisoning twice over the years from, up a 16-foot ladder, sucking back 2-stroke on a 30-degree day. I got tired of people giving me the bird when I was on a blower, making incredible amounts of noise and dust. So I was pretty close to quitting, but I've never been much good at quitting. So it was either I was going to do something different,
right,
or quit. So I decided to do something different. Back in 2000-ish, started up the company, and about 10 years ago, some good electric power equipment started coming out. So we started putting that into our service. And then now we've got everything from 60-inch ride-on electric mowers with 24 kilowatt batteries on the back, stand-ons. So basically we can take care of large parks, school.
I know you can do literally everything, and you hear all the FUD that we've all heard.
Well, you can't do it.
Oh, you can't do it. Or I don't think we could bring you on for that contract because, you wouldn't be able to get our large property taken care of.
And that's been ironically the uphill battle we've had over the years, is proving to people that, yes, you can do what we're doing. If I couldn't do it, I wouldn't be in business.
Give me kind of a picture, if you can, over cost. I saw that your entire building here, your house, which is where you have also part of your shop, where you have another spot for your vehicles, I believe.
Yeah,
is that correct?
2 spots.
But you're charging, like I just went into your shop in the back, you've got loads of equipment. Everything is electrified. Yep. And it's all charging away back there. And when it's not, the trucks are the generator. Like they're charging everything. But the best part is you're not paying for a lot of the electricity because you're sucking it off your roof.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
We've got a 12 kilowatt solar panel system on the roof.
So you created a full loop here.
Yeah. So it goes into we don't have batteries yet. That will be eventually. And we're into our first year of the solar panels, so we'll fully understand what our payback on that is. But in theory, we should be knocking off a lot of our electricity bill. And even at that, even if we didn't have the solar panels, my electrical bill for every 2 months with 8 vehicles, because my family also has electric vehicles,
okay,
is about $600
That's
every
nuts.
2 months. And I used to pay $250 every 10 days to fill up a pickup
for
truck.
gas.
For gas. We had, at one point, we had 5 GMC pickup trucks, and I was spending about $700 to $800 a month in fuel, and that didn't include the oil changes.
So forget all the environmental side for a moment. Forget all of everything else, just from a practical business perspective.
Cheaper.
But of course you have to pay, because EV trucks are so stupid expensive. You couldn't possibly have bought them and broken even. Why don't you buy a gas truck? They're all so cheap, right?
No. No. Because I had a hybrid pickup truck before I bought the Lightnings that was loaded to
the Ford
the Ford Power Boost.
Yeah.
It was loaded to the absolute. It was still a $60,000 truck, and I still had to put $250 worth of fuel in it every day.
That's right. In fact, all you got out of it
was a built-in charger.
Because what I keep seeing is you got that nice power that you can zoom fast.
Yeah.
But the batteries are so small inside the hybrids, you're not really getting a benefit.
I was honestly disappointed at the lack of pure electric driving on the battery in that truck.
Yeah.
The only real upset was it took care of the turbo lag that the Fords have. Yeah. And it provided an onboard power source.
But not to the degree that you have now.
Not to the degree, because I've got, all the trucks have 9.6 kilowatts, I believe is what they're the full battery.
That's correct.
And my 60-inch mower that I have, if I choose to, I can charge it off the truck. Yeah.
It's a massive generator.
Yeah,
that you
it's
drive
just a
around.
giant portable battery.
Like all the rumors and stuff, like you're pulling those heavy duty trailers. Yeah. They're often full either with equipment or materials. You're going back and forth to the dumps.
Yeah.
You're doing those runs all day long. Those trucks just work. That's their sole role, is to work.
And as far as hauling stuff, this morning I hauled 3 yards of aged bark mulch up to the top of SFU, dropped off.
Which is Simon Fraser University.
Simon Fraser University, which is on top of a fairly large hill. The truck didn't run out of power on the way up. It didn't catch on fire.
Didn't catch on fire?
Didn't catch on fire.
Wow, that's so weird. Because they're all just blowing up all over the place.
Everywhere. Forest fires. All over caused by.
Not exhaust pipes or
no fuel breaking out of lines and dropping under the exhaust.
Yeah. I don't even know how I can still drive one.
Yeah,
I'm just worried at some point, like those people who self-combust.
Yeah, could happen.
Hey, so this is Rich here with Silent Gardener. You've been with Silent Gardener for what, 15, 16 years? Years and years. So you're as old as the grass.
It feels like it, yeah, absolutely.
So quite an amazing little operation here. I caught you working on site. You're one of the employees here, and you're working diligently away. And I noticed you working with a leaf blower that we've got here. And this little thing is quiet. Like I could have a conversation with you when the darn thing was running.
Yeah, that's the bonus of the battery power. Engine noise, it's just the fans inside.
That's fantastic.
This thing runs on the great big old battery. And so the company's using a couple different brands, but mostly this steel brand. In the back of the truck, we've got smaller batteries than that operate mower, line trimmer, hedging shears. And
basically the truck is acting as your entire, notice there's no smell of gas, no smell of diesel.
Nothing, doesn't exist.
Question for you. So how have you found it? Like you've been with the company for quite a long time, and you did everything by hand before when you first got going, right? And then Sheldon's expanded the company out and really embraced this electrification of this thing. Have you noticed from customers and stuff, like real happy about that?
All along, the customers have always appreciated the lack of noise.
The noise.
And then, everybody wants to be a little greener, and the newer power tools make that a lot easier for everybody, especially Sheldon to do.
And then how do you find it as an employee working with this stuff? Like instead of having to worry about the health issues for the staff?
Yeah, it's great. I'll never go back to using gasoline power tools. I haven't done it in 20 years. I wouldn't go back to it, and a lot of people feel the same way. And the vehicles are, even the older vehicles Sheldon's got that don't have quite the range as the new ones, are perfect for us because we only run from our starting point in the morning out to a client and back each day. So they're charging every night, and we're good to go.
So Rich, you and the crew, you'll show up at a site. You're using literally everything. You've got, I hear there's also like ride-on mowers that are electric as well for larger jobs.
Yep, Sheldon's got at least a couple larger walk-behind and a ride-on and a one you stand on the back of, all those things. And they're all electric. Yeah.
Right, so you here today would be working off push mowers, trimmers, your weed whackers, your blowers, and then of course you've got your whole crew, the staff doing all of the weeding and gardening and planting and taking care of everything and pruning and all the lovely stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Now, this is also not a very small trailer. We always hear about how EV trucks can't tow. So obviously all over Vancouver, you've been stranded multiple times and not able to get home, and you've had to come have some tow truck with diesel pull you out, right?
Never.
Yeah, so you the whole crew, all of you are pulling these things.
No, this is a great big, and it's a lifting dumping one, but every crew has a different setup. Some are pulling trailers built to carry the big mowers. This one's built to carry all the debris and use it to deliver material, compost.
Right, and that's the other thing too. You're putting a lot of, for example, like cedar mulch or something, you'll go and pick up a few yards for a job, gravel or fill, manure, dirt, and you're finding sometimes you're probably getting close to max in what you're putting in this thing, right?
Well, I haven't maxed it out yet, but again, this is brand new this year in 2025 too, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's certainly capable of everything we need it for.
Oh, well, that looked easy. I mean, I could do that in my frickin' sleep. Yeah, I gotta come out sometimes, different businesses, and show some people how it's done. Yeah.
I think you need to kind of put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. Okay. So let's get me on this rig and get some lawn cut.
Sounds good.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that your dog? Get your dog out of the way. What's your kids doing in the middle of a park? Why do you have kids in the middle of the park? Can't you see I'm working? Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing! This video is filmed for entertainment purposes only. At no point were any house cats or innocent school children mowed. Thank you. I want to thank Sheldon and Silent Gardener for having me out on the Lower Mainland. It's companies like this that are innovating and thinking outside the box and really moving the needle on the change to sustainable transportation and sustainable business overall. We can do our part by supporting companies doing exactly that. And hey, if you've got an idea or you know a trucked up story that you think I should be covering, let me know in the comments below. It's you that keeps this channel growing. And I also want to thank the great participants that made this video possible: Tara, the GoPro, James, the battery pack, and Lionel, the ND filter. And next video, we're going to be naming the drone. And it's going to be one of you, either a Patreon member, and also through the super thanks button below, all of you are going to be entered in the draw, and we're going to get that drone named after one of you. Again, this channel cannot happen without support coming from every single one of you. So please like, subscribe, and click that bell notification icon to ensure that you get notified of any upcoming videos. Once again, thanks for watching.